This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Following program is intended for mature audiences.
This is Max Headroom, and what you're about to witness is one of the most sinister-sounding intros to a trailer to one of the greatest epics ever.
You're listening to the IT in the D Show.
Just where do you guys think you are?
The Library of Congress?
Detroit? Beyond the sun?
Any of those, right?
Take him to Detroit. No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
I used to hang out at the Magumbo Bar. It was a rough place, the seediest dive on the wharf, populated with every reject and cutthroat from Bombay to Calcutta. It's worse than Detroit.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Then don't come! Shut up!
I dig you IT geeks. This is Dre DeMatteo from Sons of Anarchy. You are listening to IT in the D.
What happens when you tap the angry beaver in the bumhole?
Exactly. Come on. Tries. To hell with this. I'm calling a break. We'll come back to the show.
Hi, this is Ralph Macchio, and you're listening to IT in the D Show. Wax on, you know what.
So you have no boots.
No.
You have no gloves.
No.
You have no hat.
No.
You have no scarf.
No.
You have no scraper.
No.
How long have you lived in Michigan?
All my life.
You, sir, are an idiot.
I don't care.
What's up, everybody? This is Billy Zapka. Sweep the leg. Listening to IT in the D Show. No mercy.
I may have to wipe the geek off.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, John Kreese from the Karate Kid movie, and you're listening to IT in the D.
Yes, Sensei!
Are we at a break yet?
Hi, I'm Ernie Hudson, and you're listening to IT in the D. All you nerds out there.
Nerds?
Nerds.
Nerds! What is a nerd?
I'm a nerd, and I'm pretty proud of it.
This is Scott Steiner, Big Pump Pump. IT in the D Show is your hookup. Holler if you hear me.
You're in your underwear, I'm in my underwear. Hey, let's hang out.
No, I'm sorry, honey. I have a headache.
I definitely want to see Bob in his underwear. That's a fact.
Hello, everybody. This is Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Man. I'm a techie. I'm a nerd, fellow podcaster. My favorite podcast is IT in the D.
I can't say no, and I don't really want to.
Well, especially with the back doors open.
It's just too big. It's way too big. Really? Should we talk about this? Tag team it. Should I keep going or should I stop?
We just lost our clean tag on iTunes.
This is Robert Hayes, a tit striker to my mother. When I'm not hanging out at the Magumbo Bar, I'm listening to the IT and the D Show. It's worse than...
Is there such thing as a meat hangover?
I love my Monday meat stick.
Hey, folks, this is WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and you're listening to the IT and the D Show. Tough guy. Ho!
My name is Michael Zapsik from AMC's Comic Book Man. You're listening to IT in the D. Comics.
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
The question isn't what are we going to do, the question is what aren't we going to do.
Ludicrous speed! Sir, had you better buckle up? Buckle this! Ludicrous speed! Go!
Well, if you've ever wondered what three IT guys from Detroit talk about when they go to the bar, well, you found the right show. This is the IT in the D Show. It is Monday, November 23rd. This is episode, are you kidding me, 119. We are hanging out in our safe place here in the Detroit Sound Studios in beautiful Ferndale, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy, always here with Dave the Geek. Nuri, the FNG, is in the house. Find us online, itinthed.com. Give us a like on the Facebook /itinthed. Follow us on the Twitters. And we are proud to be part of the Podcast Detroit Network.
Hadn't we better be at this point?
Yeah, I think so. And because, always we are IT in the D and just you just still aren't.
But last week was a commendable try. It was a good one.
We caught that. Yeah. Good. Thanks for playing. We have an awesome guest lineup this week. We have the gorgeous ladies of comics and art. We have Hollie OHara in the house. had to drop that one.
I liked it.
We got Kelly O'Hara here from Bebop Art. Thank you for hanging out with us. Kasey Pierce here from Cosmic Kasey.
Hello.
Hollie Ogden,
Hey,
who's
guys.
a model/artist. And then don't forget, mark your calendars. December 10th is our year-end party toy drive for Operation Kid Equip. We will be raising money to make sure kids have a good Christmas. On December 10th, Falling Down Beer Company, 10 and a Quinder. 100% of the proceeds are going to the kids.
And don't forget, if your company has a charitable giving match, if this is a registered 501c3, most likely your donations will be doubled by your company. So check with your company, come out, drink some beers, raise some money for kids. It's a super good cause. And this week's episode of IT in the D is brought to you by Braintree. Developers around the world have embraced the Braintree V.0 SDK as the easiest way to add secure mobile payments to your apps and websites. No matter what type of payment it is, Braintree takes it. Apple Pay, Android Pay, PayPal, Venmo, credit cards, even Bitcoin. And if something new comes up, they're going to support that too. It's the same thing used by Uber, Airbnb, and GitHub, and our friends at Grubbable. Right? So you know it scales. Integrating into your app as easy as inserting just a few lines of code. But don't take my word for it. Try out the sandbox and see for yourself.
No, think about it. Every time you buy something online and you got to go to like an external third-party payment site, you always go, uh-oh. Like, you never have the warm and fuzzies
like
when
those
you...
crappy websites that send you to PayPal, right? It's like, oh, now I'm going to PayPal. PayPal will send me back. I mean, this basically makes it look like your app is doing all of it, right?
Correct.
So it doesn't send you to a third place, and the experience is the same. The checkout flow is the same. It's your branding. And plus, they give you, what, $50,000 of free for...
To get set up in the sandbox, yeah. Your first $50,000 of transaction.
So how do you try out the sandbox?
So BraintreePayments.com/IT.
So, if you were looking to sell art, for example...
From a mobile app.
Your first 50,000 transaction free.
Oh,
That's great.
That's a lot of art.
Yeah, like
I could do that.
3%, that's a ton of money. So check it out, BraintreePayments.com/IT, and the IT has to be lowercase. BraintreePayments.com/IT.
Woo! We're still dying to get those guys in the studio. We got an email that they might come on to play, and that would be like the highlight of our bar. But hey, we got to do a little bit of a recap. We always do. We had probably one of the most packed socials we've ever had.
Oh, holy crap. Thursday night was ridiculous.
See, I got there at like 7:30, and I'm like, oh, God, the thing's already over, and now the regular Blackfin people have taken it over. And then I get back, I'm like, oh, shit.
Wait, no, these are still all of my people.
Right? Yes.
That's what she said.
It was insane. I mean, we had
a good 120, 140 people there easily. We had everybody from entry-level help desk folks that were looking for gigs. We had a CEO or two that showed up. We had a CTO or two that showed up.
He left early when the word got out that...
that the CTO from a certain
four-letter healthcare company that downtown that shall be renamed nameless is wandering around.
Yeah, that rhymes with, it's what knights carry.
Right.
Blue? Yeah, no, I was going to Shield.
Swedish Knights.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
But no, so I mean, that was kind of cool. It was fun having him out and just having the conversations with him about, he's going to be coming in the studio here in a couple of weeks. And God, but yeah, I mean, it was... It went from a good crowd. It went from 0 to 100 real quick.
And then those double shots of Jaeger, I think I over-networked a little bit.
I networked my brains out that night.
You weren't even drinking beer. You were like, no, just Moscow Mules.
Just Moscow Mules. I wasn't in a beer mood.
It got so bad, me and Toaster Strudel Bill went to the piano bar and were giving $20 bills to the piano guys to sing Benny and the Jets. I was over-networked when
you were going to a piano bar.
I went to a piano bar throwing $20 bills to sing Benny and the Jets. And doing shots of beer. Too much networking.
It was a good night, though.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I found out something this weekend about myself, that I'm getting old.
That recovering from a bender takes longer than recovering from minor surgery?
That, too. So if you're a video gamer, Fallout, everything just came out this past week. Fallout 4, Battlefront, Call of Duty, right? So I bought Fallout 4. And, of course, I had to pre-buy Battlefront because I'm, like a good Star Wars boy, I have to represent. Mm-hmm. So, to this day, on my TV stand, in plastic, sits Star Wars Battlefront. I'm feeling shame because I can't put down Fallout 4. It is, like, every time I touch it, It's like, hey, it's 7 o'clock at night. I'm going to turn on Fallout 4, and it's 3 in the morning. I mean, literally.
See, and that's, dude. We've had this conversation before. Like, that's why I had to get away from, like, like you keep trying to talk me into coming back. Like, that's why I had to get away from those games because they were literally virtual crack for me. Like, I would turn on a game and then something would happen, and there would be a rip in the time-space continuum. And the next thing I knew, my wife was coming downstairs and like, are you ever coming upstairs? I'm like, what? I've been here for like a half an hour. She's like, no, it's been 5 hours. Wow. And you've been screaming and cursing at 11-year-olds for like 4.5 of that.
It's perfect when you work from home, though, right? I mean, hi, Eric. Thanks for listening. I work tickets all day long.
No, I don't. That's the one thing I know I won't touch it during the day because I'm like, hey, I'll just play games during my lunch break, and it's and my wife's home from work. Right? No, it's not.
And I'm late to pick up the kids.
Weren't they re-releasing a Star Wars video game that they had in the 90s?
They're on the PS4.
Yes.
They're releasing the emulated versions of all the old PS2 games like Pod Racer and all that stuff.
My brother was obsessed with it.
I was obsessed with those, and so I'm finally in that. All right, it's time for me to like. I'm gonna buy one of them. Like it's either gonna be the Xbox One or the PS4. And I kind of got away from Sony for a while, and like I love the 360 and all the stuff that was out with that. So I've been leaning towards the Xbox One. That might sway me over to the dark side.
Right. See, I still have my Nintendo 64.
So do I?
On my TV stand with Star Wars ready to go at any time. And WCW versus NWO, but that's another story for another show.
Sega Genesis.
Oh,
Sega.
I have one.
Sega out.
No, you know what I bought? They re-released it for like $40 with like 30, 40 games preloaded.
I know, I saw that
with the
Family
cartridge.
Dollar.
Yes, with the cartridge holder still. So I'm like, it's so on. So I have like the old school, like, new, Wii U.
Well, that best thing I did was we had a buddy of ours who had a friend that would take your old, like the original Xbox, and would mod it with a dual boot. So and then load it up with emulators. So like when I fire that thing up, I have like every arcade game ever known to mankind, all the old original PlayStation games, Super NES, Atari, 26, 52, 7800. It's nerdvana.
Wow.
So like whenever my nephews bitch about like graphics not being good in games today, I sit them down and force them to play like Activision ice hockey.
Yeah.
Tanks.
Combat.
Right. So we got to follow up on a couple stories from last week because it was inevitable, and I called both of them. One of them is that the whole Star Wars, like we're drinking beer, falling down beer out of red Solo cups, and because we hate Christmas. But the whole Star Wars thing was fabricated bullshit, and it got proven this week. Apparently there is
no movie.
There's no Star Wars movie.
Did I say Star Wars?
Yeah, you've said Star Wars like 8 times now.
Starbucks.
You've confused us all. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Give me Jägermeister for the show.
Parts of millions of nerds around the world.
It's as if millions of nerds just cried out and then were silenced.
The Starbucks red coffee cup, the whole thing, whatever was toilet.
Easy Star Wars Solo, easy jump.
Solo, Star Wars Battlefront. Anyway, Jägermeister. See what happens.
Bring me Solo in the year.
Wars.
No, but apparently there was a social media analytics firm
that boiled down to
one guy, that one Kevin James looking guy, that said how offended he was, and it turned the internet upside down.
Oh yeah.
It turned Reddit upside down. It turned Facebook upside down, and everybody's like going into Starbucks now going, my name's #Jesus, because like you hate Christmas and I'm going to support, I'm going to show you one thing.
As I give you my $6 for my cup of coffee, I'll teach you a lesson.
For my 17-word coffee.
The guy himself, though, they researched him. He basically is responsible for like a lot of the bakeries who he'd call in orders for gay marriage cakes.
Right.
And I mean, basically this guy is an outrage manufacturer. And he had his followers buy him a $20,000 camera. And this guy is an absolute douche canoe. And basically uses outrage to like fund his personal life.
Why aren't we doing that?
I'm not offended by this. I mean, I was thinking right off the bat, I'm like smoke screen because there's so much stuff going on.
And then the media just overshares.
Yeah, exactly. What are we not paying attention to when all this is going on? Yeah,
I don't give a.
No one was
CHIT
actually
about...
pissed off. No one was angry about
they
Starbucks'
weren't.
red cups. It was just the media sharing this one stupid story.
If it
over
smells
there.
like an agenda, it's probably an agenda.
Probably an agenda.
Smoke screen.
Well, now if it comes out that Starbucks marketing department was behind it, who was behind it? Who told this guy to do this? Right? Like, who manufactured this outrage? Someone told him to do it. Right? And think about the mentions and
a politician
of that Starbucks got.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Oh, and Donald Trump wanted to boycott Starbucks.
Of course he did.
Maybe we should boycott Starbucks.
Dirk.
I'm not going to renew the lease for the one in my building.
Right with Bob Dole. Where's the outrage?
Right. The other follow-up that I think I need to address is, remember how I said, like, how does Facebook know I drive a VW?
I'm so glad you didn't go, how did Facebook know I'm driving the Millennium Falcon? That's what I was waiting for there.
I did. In a video game. No, but I was like, it took me like a month and a half. I'm like, wait, how the heck does Facebook know I'm driving a Volkswagen? I never put it in there that I own a car. Well, apparently an article came out, or Caston that was here from Interworks shot me a link. It goes, this is how they know. There's a company called Axiom, ACX-IOM, that basically takes all of they're a big data basic collector, and your driver's license data, your credit card data, they know all the things.
All your data are belong to them.
Right.
Well, but this is the corollary to what we've been talking about with all the hacks that nobody's paying attention to. Like, it's not, it's bad that Target gets hacked and Ashley Madison gets hacked and a bank gets hacked and all that stuff. But it's once all those data points and data sets are out there, it's what happens when someone merges them.
Finds the primary key,
and
which is
then you have all that
social.
aggregate data, and that's what Axiom is it's that aggregate data.
And it looks like it just happened.
Yeah.
So it's like, again.
Oh, no, it didn't just happen. They've been around for years.
Like, you can't escape them knowing. Like, if you buy a car and you get your driver's license, your data's out there. And I used to think it was just like you get the stupid letters. No, now they're infiltrating your everything. Like, they know everything you've ever done, ever bought.
I went and signed up for they have a website.
The ads are getting smarter, Bob.
Either that or I'm getting dumber. I think it's both.
It's sponsored content. It's the last South Park episode.
What an amazing South Park
Oh, my God. No,
Does she know she's an ad?
To becoming self-aware? No, it's true.
It is. You know what? I have phone conversations, not text, not anything like that, with my boyfriend because he works for an ad agency that has Elio Motors as their account. And all of a sudden, Elio Motors keeps showing up in my banner ads.
This Tesla.
You had that with Magic Mike.
This is voice. This isn't text. I didn't look for Elio Motors. I didn't even look for the place that he works at.
My friend, we were in the garage talking about Neil's Tesla for that owns the building here. And all of a sudden, my friends started getting Tesla spams. We talked about this a couple weeks ago, but he's like, I've never gotten a Tesla spam in my life, and now we talk about it, and it's a spam. And the next morning, he had 6 emails in his inbox.
I thought it was going to be Amazon selling Tesla coils.
No.
Well, because as soon as I search for something on Amazon and I go to Yelp, there's the ad for the product on Amazon that I was just searching for.
You know what I hate is the one that I just bought something.
I think we've actually got our caller quick.
Oh boy,
they have a caller.
We do.
Is it a gentleman caller?
No.
It's a suitor.
Hey, who do we have on the line?
Hello.
How are you? Good. How are you?
Good. This is Patrick Ruggiero from the National Kidney Foundation.
Hey, Patrick. How are you? Thanks for taking the time to call in. So I know that CKC had reached out to us, and we just didn't, unfortunately, have the room on the show tonight to have you in as a guest. So tell us a little bit about your event coming up this week.
Well, it's December 5th, Saturday, which is about a week and a half away, and it's at the Motor City Casino and Hotel. That's what we're hosting it this year. Teamed up with the Illiches, and it's going to be a great event. We should have about 700-800 people. We're going to be raising a little over $500,000 to fight kidney disease, prevent kidney disease, educate people about kidney disease, and it should be spectacular. One of the nicest events in the city of Detroit, black tie gala.
I mean, that means we have to dress up if we go.
Yeah, that's kind of the understanding. So.
Dave's the hockey jersey guy. I'm sport coat and jeans.
What's that?
I said Dave always wears a hockey jersey. I'm always in sport coat and jeans. It's kind of how we roll.
Okay. Just put a black tie on, you'll be fine.
Perfect.
So I guess what is the focus of the event? How do people find out more about it, get tickets, that sort of thing?
Yeah, you can get online and just Google National Kidney Foundation of Michigan, which, by the way, we just got our ranking as the #1 charity in the country by Charity Navigator, which is a phenomenal ranking. 8th consecutive year of a 4-star rating. And over 90% of all the money that we raise go towards the cause, which is unique and unlike many charities where a lot of it gets eaten up in administrative costs.
That's amazing to hear because, that's very, very true.
Yes.
No, we actually have a former guest that was on the show that donated a kidney, so I think she'll probably be there. She's very actively involved, but it's ever since I've heard her story, it's kind of warmed me up to the whole thing. I didn't realize it was such a kind of a huge problem. I guess talk to me about when you guys are raising the money, what are you guys looking, in terms of studying and looking towards? What are some other things you guys are looking toward to combating, or other than kidney disease itself?
Well, kidney disease is at the heart of the mission of the Kidney Foundation, but it's connected to hypertension, obesity, heart disease, diabetes. They're all interconnected, and taxing the system. Your kidneys are usually the first thing that go. In Michigan alone, we've got almost 3,000 adults awaiting kidney transplants. I shouldn't say adults, people awaiting kidney transplants. It's a huge problem. I mean, 1 in 3 people in the United States are going to have it, or either have kidney disease or are going to have kidney disease.
Yeah, one of my best friends actually.
One
of my best friends had polycystic kidneys, and he had a kidney transplant just about 6 months ago. So yeah, it impacts everybody.
Impacts everybody, people you wouldn't expect, and again, because it's so connected to diabetes, which is a serious problem in the modern world like the United States, where we have plenty, and our diets aren't always as good as they should be. So you've got the obesity factor, you've got the hypertension factor, you've got the diabetes factor, all which attack the kidneys, and those are like your first line of defense. And when those go,
he's talking right to you, Bob.
I don't have diabetes.
As Bob munches into a meat stick.
I don't have diabetes yet.
Yeah. No, that's outstanding. So yeah, we've got the link for it. We'll get that out there. So are tickets still available, and how do can people get them online?
Yes, they can get them online, and again, you Google the National Kidney Foundation of Michigan. It's December 5th, Saturday, and they're $250 a ticket. We have one of the most spectacular auctions at any charity in the city. I mean, it's just unbelievable. A lot of good auction items, from villas in Italy and in Colorado and Vail, and just beautiful things to bid on. They got a great kids room to bid on items with the holidays coming up and Christmas. A lot of great kids gifts to bid on at the auction. We're going to have 50 Amp Views is our entertainment this year. We brought them on, which is going to be great for anybody that likes live music, and just a spectacular event, first-class event. And now to be at a great venue like the Motor City with the Illich's hosting is a winning combination.
And if they can't make it to the event, can they still donate to the cause, obviously?
Absolutely. Again, if you get online, it's very simple. They've got donation buttons. We were just in a big challenge with Our Detroit that just finished up last week. But there's definitely an opportunity to give online. And there's a whole list of the programs we do from kids all the way to seniors, again, focusing on preventing this kidney disease. And
that's nkfm.org?
Correct.
Yeah. Perfect. Is there a Detroit slash, or is it, that's of Michigan, so nkfm.org. Perfect. No, we're looking at the live auction items right now. It looks like a great event.
Oh, the auction items are phenomenal. I mean, R.J. King from D-Business always writes about it as one of the most spectacular auctions at any charity he goes to. So it's a phenomenal auction. It's just a phenomenal night. And the chef at Motor City Casino is a kidney transplant recipient, which was a big factor in deciding to go to the Motor City Casino.
Yeah, I've had dinner there twice, and Iridescence is a fantastic dinner with a great view. So absolutely great venue for such an event.
Where'd you go to Iridescent?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, spectacular. One of the nicest views in the city.
All right, fantastic. Well, hey, I mean, thanks for taking the time to call in. And actually, now that I know that it's next weekend, maybe we can take a look at actually getting you in studio next week if that works. But at a minimum, thanks for taking the time to call in, and we'll get the information out on our recap tomorrow. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate the support and appreciate everything you're doing on behalf of the National Kidney Foundation of Michigan. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, that's a phenomenal cause. I mean, that's, again, like Nuri said, it's something that hits, whether or not you think about it or not, it hits all of us, right? And 'tis the season, right? We're all doing stuff for, we seem to be all doing charity stuff. You know, it's not just about, you know, we always think about kids having a good Christmas, taking care of the military, but there's stuff going on at home that you kind of forget about.
Life.
Like,
Yeah.
right, exactly, like normal, everyday, you know.
All right, well, hey, there's a whole litany of stuff that we didn't get to in the first segment, so we have plenty of time tonight. We've got our guests. We'll get into it, because I definitely want to get y'all's take on some of this stuff. Y'all's. Hey, my every now and then my Virginia comes out. So...
This is the IT and the V show, and we'll be right back.
Excuse you?
Virginia.
IT in the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit, one beer at a time.
Hey, this is John Schneider from Nip Tuck Smallville, the haves and the have-nots. Oh, Dr. Quinn, Hot in Cleveland, Secret Lives of the American Teenager, and just about everything you can possibly imagine. And oh yeah, the Dukes of Hazzard. You're listening to Bob and Dave. It's the IT in the D show.
ITinthed.com.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of silence. And silence is golden. Unless you're a business owner, then it can be the kiss of death. It means your phone isn't ringing. And that's what it's all about, right? So if your advertising has become stale, it's time for a fresh approach. Fusion Marketing blends any and all available tactics, creating a unique, successful campaign to fit your needs. So give them a call before your business expires at 586-610-0055.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT in the D Show.
Welcome back, segment 2. This is episode 119 of the IT in the D Show. We are hanging out in our safe place in the Detroit Sound Studios in beautiful Ferndale, Michigan. This is Bob, the sales guy, always here with Dave the Geek. Nuri, the LOST, is in the house. Find us online, itinthed.com. Give us a like on the Facebook. Follow us on the Twitters. And do us all a favor, if you're on iTunes by any chance, leave us a review. We would appreciate it because we have like 6 reviews and we want more.
Even if it's the sausage pizza sucks, we'll totally take it.
I don't care if it's a 1-star. Like, how do we only have 8 reviews on iTunes, right? We have, how many listeners a week? But I think we'll live. Do us a favor, mark your calendars, December 10th, Falling Down Beer Company. Toy drive for Operation Kid Equip. 100% of the proceeds are going to help out kids that are local that want and need a good Christmas. It's a great event, and the beer's awesome, and the Reuben egg rolls are insane. It's the whole reason to go.
And the beer's pretty damn good, too.
Yeah, we're sampling.
It's a Reuben inside an egg roll.
It's like a turducken.
You can't go wrong.
No, it's phenomenal. But hey, this podcast today is brought to you by Scotty Vest. I've actually been excited about having these guys be a part of the show. It is, if you don't know who Scotty...
now we have an excuse to go buy one.
I know, right? If you don't know who Scotty Vest are, they're a clothing company that designs multi-pocket clothing, lets you carry and use all of your gadgets and daily essentials. There's jackets they have with up to 42 pockets.
What?
Tell me about it, right?
Dude, I can put like every quarter in my pocket into another pocket.
Exactly. It's a pocket for your pocket. You'll have space for your smartphone, tablet, other gadgets, wallet, keys, sunglasses, more. If you're traveling or if you just want all your stuff, they've been doing it for over 15 years. It's not just a startup. They're catering to tech junkies by cleverly engineering pockets to balance the load, keep you comfortable, giving you easy access. They got the perfect holiday gift for all your gadget lovers. Do us a favor, go to Scotty Vest. It's Scott, like the name, the letter E, vest.com/ITD. It says it's uppercase, but it could be either, so try lowercase, uppercase. You'll get 20% off with your discount code ITD. They believe, you'll enjoy features. Oh, they actually, when you open up your vest, like I saw this, they have clear touch pockets, let you see your devices while removing them. They actually like the sunglass pockets.
So like for all those times that like when you're out whitewater rafting, Bob.
Yes.
And you want to pull your phone out, but you don't want it to get soaked by the rapids.
Right.
You can do that with one of these.
And then they have like the sunglasses pocket actually has a chamois in there. No, I whitewater rafted.
I want to see that scenario.
I whitewater rafted once. It was fun.
I was going to say another scenario, but
no, but the stuff that has like your sunglasses in it has actually a chamois inside, so you can actually clean your sunglasses inside the thing. You know where all your stuff is. Seriously,
it's in one of these effing pockets.
I was going to say you better pray the condom's not in the wallet, and you better pray you can find your wallet.
There's a pocket for it in the Scotty vest. So do us a favor, go to Scotty Vest. That's Scott, like the name, the letter E, vest.com/ITD. Get 20% off with the coupon code ITD.
So gonna grab one.
I can't.
It's the magic bag of holding from the Dungeons and Dragons days.
Or it's like the bag of requirement from Harry Potter. Totally.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm traveling in 2 weeks. I will use it for my airplane.
Oh, dude, it'll make like TSA checkpoints that much. Dude, just put all the stuff in the pockets.
Could you imagine?
Pop off the vest. Bam.
I'm on pre-check, so I get to go through anyway. So
how'd you swing that?
I know people.
I need to send somebody stories.
You know what I like to do? Is wear zippered back shirts, so I'm always insured a back rub. That's what always happens for me.
There you go.
It's true.
From TSA?
Yes, every time. I wear the zipper back.
Detroit, dear.
They're like, I'm sorry, we have to pat you down. I go, oh, go ahead.
Their massages are shitty, though. I've never had a good
Really?
massage.
No, I've had some good ones.
I have zipper in front of my jeans. I never get them.
I got the back of the hand, but it's about as close to that.
Gross.
But hey, actually, it's a good segue. Speaking of the TSA, I don't know if you caught this story when I emailed it out. They ran an internal audit on TSA employees and found out that 73 of them were on the terrorist no-fly watch list.
Mm-hmm.
How do they not know that we're working at TSA checkpoints?
Don't they do background checks?
Yep.
That's
You think the TSA
Apparently
would do
not.
background checks?
Well, you also think that they would catch more than 95% of the bad things that slip by every week, right?
Well, like I said, if it sounds like an agenda, I'm telling you.
But they will happily take kids' toys from Buzz Lightyear that are grabbers. Or
Right, and God forbid that you bring 4 ounces of shampoo
or steal
on
my
a plane.
freaking wine bottle opener.
Yeah.
Breast milk. You can't have breast milk on the plane. Forget that baby.
You know what? I bring really sharp scissors, and they never stop me. Really
Ain't that
sharp
something?
scissors.
What do you need
Really
sharp scissors for?
They're in my makeup bag, and I just wait for the moment for them to take it. I test them nobody ever gives a shit. I could.
You take sharp scissors in case you have to stab a bitch.
And you
Wait,
know what?
hold on.
I've gotten through with a box cutter before,
5 foot
too.
tall girl with
After
blue hair.
9/11.
Meanwhile, NSA is listening and like,
Let me break this down.
Detroit Veterans on there.
There's a 5 foot tall girl with blue hair with a pair of scissors holding the plane up. We better call the National Guard because this is going to get ugly.
I have
Sorry.
scissors that are really sharp.
She's clearly a highly trained assassin from Into the Badlands.
You don't know what I can do with these? So the one the stupid thing, I always hate these dumb viral things on Facebook that everybody does. Not just the France flag is you're like, I'm helping, but like
you're not helping.
The cluster. Anyone. Did you guys do the cluster?
I totally did that.
Did you do the cluster of word thing for?
No, I did not do that because you know what, mine was like, what was my first word? It was kind of, I don't know. I just felt like it was a little too narcissistic to put on there.
Wait, are you talking about the Facebook thing where it takes all your words from
Yes.
your...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, do you realize the can of worms that opens up? Like, I don't think people.
I did it, but I didn't post it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what it would say.
So basically, a third-party company takes and scans every post you made for the last year. It gets access to
I got nothing to hide.
all
What
of
do
your
you have to hide?
Right.
stuff.
Well, every picture you're tagged in, every picture
Your friends
you posted.
list, it owns, it takes all your stuff. It owns all your stuff, and then it can sell it to third parties.
It's not just that you're assuming that you're assuming that we have nothing to hide. Because it goes through your list and your friends list. Because anybody that's you've ever interacted with and posts with and it dives into there too and gets all creepy and tendrily and
Does
weird.
it rank to words?
Oh yeah.
And it gives them permission
But so
to sell your data.
under the guise of giving this cute little word cloud of all your like most used words over the past year, it's giving a third party access to all of your posts, your friends' posts, your photos, your data, and all that other nonsense that's now out there for someone else to aggregate with.
But that's not the first time.
It's like a creepy
Oh no, it's not.
But
But here's my whole thing. I remember the collective hissy fit when Messenger came out.
Oh yeah. I like how people put up the copy and paste of. Now I declare that you cannot steal my stuff.
Pursuant to the Berne Copyright Convention of 1950.
Yeah, that's not how that works. That's not how any of this works.
Dave, Messenger didn't give you a cute little cloud with all your words in it, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but Messenger was less pervasive with the permissions they demanded.
They were less pervasive than Facebook.
Yeah.
What's even worse, though, the terms and conditions of the site, if you read it, says that basically having a privacy policy is all it takes for a disclosure to tell you what they're going to do with it. And that even if you stop using their services and unsign up from their site, they can still sell your information to other people.
Yeah. Well, think about every time you take one of those quizzes, like, who is your devil friend and who's your angel friend? You know,
who's your anal friend?
Say that.
Double dick right there. Ooh, double dick.
Welcome to the intro, Kasey.
Angel.
I was reading about apps on your phone, though, even the flashlight app.
Oh, it was the most insidious.
Yeah.
Really? Is it?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to take it off right now.
Yeah, that was like the worst one for
I was reading about that.
Why does a flashlight app need access to your identity, your call state, your SMS, your text
your
messages,
microphone,
your emails, your microphone? No.
Which flashlight?
But it was saying that it's legal as long as it's in the fine print. But
as long as they tell you, here's what we're going to need access to.
There's
and
like
nobody
8
looks
pages
at that.
of information.
Right.
Stop getting your information.
That's the thing. I didn't have the flashlight up, and I go to a Pistons game, and they're like, turn on your flashlight up. And I'm like, I want to be part of the crowd. So I had to download it.
Turn on your virus.
So now I just opened myself.
I will not conform.
But I want to be part of I don't want to be like that guy. So torn.
I'm not worried. I'm on so many government watch lists by now.
Yeah.
Stuff I research.
We're all screwed.
Forget it.
We're all screwed.
They're tapping her phone already.
Well, actually, that was the one story we really didn't get into last week, and it kind of touches on something that we were just talking about in the last segment that hits on this, is that whole new thing where when you're not even paying attention, there are commercials on your TV that are putting out sounds that you can't hear that will activate your phone, your tablet, your other devices, and let them start syncing data.
That's why I don't pay for cable companies anymore. I refuse.
Dave, Maximum Overdrive. Matt Thompson knows. I drop it all the time. It's turning into it.
Oh, we're yeah.
And I just watched that crappy remake of Terminator this weekend. It's all becoming...
Oh, Genesis?
Right. Do you know what Genesis...
I still haven't watched it.
No, Genesis is an app that... It's such a bad remake. Don't rent it. I'm telling you right now, if you're wherever you are.
Steal it. Well, but one good thing from it, didn't they at least, like, from what I heard, like, they completely ignored the fact that Terminator 3 ever happened, right?
They ignored half of everything.
Oh,
It was garbage. Like I was hoping it would be like Mad Max, where you picked the story up, and you brought another element. It was really bad. Dude.
I haven't seen it, so thanks, Don.
But Genesis was apparently the one all be all app that ties in all your stuff to all the things.
So it's Axiom.
But it's an app that you need and have and love, right? So it's like basically it's freaking Facebook. It talks to all your stuff. So like your Nest and your Automatic and
It's the Internet of Things, and we're all doomed. Yeah, nice.
Precisely.
Everyone thought I was crazy when I said I hated robots, but now they're taking over the world.
She does have.
Oh no, robots are creepy, and they're getting even creepier.
I mean, did you see the virtual reality thing I posted about?
Oh God, yeah.
The Google
about it's an affair in virtual reality.
We talked about the whole sex bot thing like a month ago,
okay.
because there were people that were trying to outlaw them and ban them before they're even, because I mean it's $6,500 to get like a base model, but like if you want to go all in, like for $70,000, they can make you a bot that looks, feels, sounds, talks, whatever, just like anyone you want it to.
Cheaper than a divorce, Dave. I'm just saying.
And I'm not going to put us out there now, but I for one welcome our new robot overlords. If you're listening, machine learning.
But no, that Google robot walking was scarier to me than like Poltergeist with the clown
and that dog.
Like, oh my god! Yeah. Like because what they're gonna strap a sentry gun to its back.
It's meant to kill humans,
right? Exactly.
Well, no, it's going to be iRobot. It's okay for your own protection. We're just going to go ahead and put you in zoos.
If it sounds like an agenda.
But that was
I'm noticing a theme.
That was what happened, Dave. Did you see that? They unleashed a machine learning on the internet.
Yeah, the artificial intelligence that learned, and then they interviewed it and said, "How would you help humanity? Put you in zoos to keep you safe."
Thanks, robots.
Like Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
I never liked robots or infomercials.
See? You know what? All right, so now there's another thing I want to rant about. This should have been a Godfather rant. I don't mind banner ads. I don't mind pop-ups. Kind of suck. The new king of suck on the internet is answer a question to read the rest of this article.
Are you listening? WXYZ.com.
I hate that.
Google. That's Google's ad services.
Yeah, but they sign up for that service to enable it.
WXYZ.com. Eat my ass. I will not read any of your things. Nothing. Not even your clickbait titles. Not even your site until that becomes removed. Like, I will not. Like, I'm like when you say top 30 celebrities that got fat, and like I go to number 1, it says click next. You get none of my clicks.
Yeah, no, I click back.
I'm done.
Yeah.
You're dead to me.
Close window done.
No, I didn't even click back because I know that they'll do a pop up going.
Yep.
Why'd you leave? Or like, look at this stupid
Are you
site.
sure you want to close this window?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Well, not only that, but there's the other assholes are the ones that you have to wait like a good 30 seconds, like especially if you visit a link on your phone. You have to wait a good 30 seconds after you think it's loaded to touch your screen, because as soon as you go to touch your screen, like when you almost think it's loaded, bam, there's an ad right there, and that's what you hit, and you're off.
And then you're off in space.
Yeah, and then it's the
Flappy
South
Bird,
Park
right?
episode.
It's Flappy Bird, right? It's like that. All the clicks that they made were because people missed with their finger and clicked it, right?
I mean, is there any websites that don't have the pop-ups nowadays?
Ours. ITVD.com.
That's the only safe one.
No, I think Free Press is pretty good. There's some few sites that are fairly good about intrusive. Like they'll put stuff on the sidebars or
and the rails where it is what it is.
Right, just no different than reading a magazine or a newspaper, right? You open up a full page in USA Today with Macy's ad, you're not going to be like, oh, stupid USA Today. But the way the internet does it, it makes it so freaking annoying.
I'm sorry, the next 2 pages are stuck together until you read this entire advertisement.
Doesn't that put adware too on your computer?
Some of them do.
Like spyware?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Agenda.
And then what was it with Yahoo and the ad blocker, right? Because we get ad blockers.
Because I've got ad blocker, and I did, but now Yahoo has made it so that if you have ad blocker running, you cannot get to your email. Like they literally hit you with a screen that says you must disable ad blocker in order to continue. So, because obviously if you're like a dying, nearly extinct email service from the late 90s that people mock other people for having, by all means you should increase the barrier to entry
The only reason
to use your service.
The only reason Yahoo exists is for Ashley Madison accounts and Craigslist ad. That's it.
And fantasy football. Because for a while you had to have a Yahoo email account for it.
For Yahoo,
I mean, not to dive into that, but is Ashley Madison still thriving?
They still are trying. I saw that.
Oh, no, they are. And that was one of our favorite topics for the longest time, because like the month after the hack happened,
It was an increase
Like,
because I'd
it's
never
back.
heard of it before. I was like, "Is that like Jessica Simpson's sisters?"
Oh no! But so they issue a press
I've never heard
release
of her.
about, because one of the things that they were catching shit about is how there were no women on the website.
Well, I had never heard of it before. Not that I'm already
Right.
signed
So a
off.
month after they issued this press release about how like 800,000 women joined the website just last month.
I love you, Steve.
They wanted to find out their husbands were on it. Let's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
kid
It had,
anyone.
it had nothing to do with women joining the site. It's, you know what? They didn't know how to go to the dark web and search like the search sites to see if somebody was on it, but they could go to AshleyMadison.com, sign up for a free account, do a radius search, and see if hubby/significant others on there.
Oh no, they had drives that you could just actually go in and look up emails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they ever
Real
catch the
easy.
people?
Oh, God, yeah.
They did?
Did they? The guys that hacked it?
Oh, they knew who did it because they were trying to extort money from them.
No, it opened up a can of worms though, because all those wives got on it and they go, that 22-year-old without the shirt on is kind of cute.
See, cause a divorce rate despite
Exactly. Madison also runs CougarLife.com.
I
Go
read
figure.
that
Oh,
the majority
really?
of the people on that website are actually from Canada.
Those lusty Canadians.
That Canadians were one of the highest ranked on that website.
Because they're bored as shit. There's nothing to do there.
That's there's the most cheating in Canada.
Nice. And so now they're out saying sorry.
There's only 16 people there. It's not like,
So sorry.
We have people listening from Canada. Hi, how are you?
16.
We love you guys.
16 people.
They're all in Windsor.
Love you.
So, but let's talk for a second. I have, you know what? There are times where the internet pisses me off, like all the stupid shit we've been talking about so far. There are times when my faith in people on the internet is so restored, and Anonymous is doing that so hard right now.
Yes.
I am such a gushy little squeeing geek about Anonymous right now.
Join the cause.
Number one, they published an open source guide to hacking ISIS.
Yep.
Step by step, here's what you do, how you get involved,
kids
and how to go.
And it was super easy too. In 2.5 minutes, you could be helping Anonymous to get ISIS. Basically, it's get Python. If you have a Mac, you already have Python.
Right.
Easy enough. Number 2, paste this shit into a window. And 3, give us the results.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
That's all it is. And you
I can do that.
That's profit.
It's SETI at home, but for hacking ISIS.
It's awesome.
Which is a great cause. And so far they've shut down countless Twitter accounts.
5,500 Twitter
it's over
accounts.
5,000.
Countless websites.
149 websites.
And my new favorite is that now when they hack them, they don't just hack them. They infiltrate their conversations and start rickrolling them with YouTube videos of Rick Astley. That's amazing. Which leads to possibly the worst job on the planet. Because I've worked a help desk or two in my day, back in the early days of my career. The stories came out that ISIS has a help desk.
Hey, you gotta explain that to me.
Hold on.
Yes, they do.
So as they have operatives out in the field, apparently there's a help desk that they can call to get hints, tips, and information on encryption. It's in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, press 1 if the computer crashed before the plane did. Press 2. Distance.
No, see, I do this.
If you're looking to continue this message in English, please kill yourself.
I do this for a living, so I've been practicing. Ready? Hi, thanks for calling the ISIS help desk. Your call will be recorded by foreign governments for training and quality purposes.
That's got to be the worst job in the entire free world, because business customers in general are not the nicest people when they call a help desk. So you got to assume that somebody who's
they get put
in a terror cell.
Hold on. So if they say press 1 for Arabic, and then does it transfer to like an American guy?
Oh yeah.
Hi, my name is.
Don't do it.
Yeah, my name is Fayed.
Right, exactly.
Your name is not Fayed.
That's what I'm saying.
My name is Chris. No, it's not Chris. My name's Fayed. No, it ain't Fayed.
This is Ahmed. Can I help you?
Ahmed has no to a call center in Alabama.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Make that happen.
And we're going to be targeted now.
We're on the list. We're already on the list.
We are. But speaking of social media, just a real quick note, because I wish they would let it go. Google has announced that they're still not done with Google+. I
thought they killed it. I thought it was done.
It's not dead yet. Apparently, it's feeling much better. It might go for a walk. They just refused to let it die.
They pivoted?
They've pivoted for the, fourth time?
It's a disrupting technology that's pivoting.
Yeah.
The only reason I used it was for Hangouts, but is Hangouts a part of the Plus?
No, Plus is
you can hang out on Gmail.
Yeah, Google Hangouts is Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Google Plus was what
Because it would automatically post to my Plus.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if I needed it.
No.
No one knows what it is yet. It's kind of like Twitter.
It was the gym membership of the internet. Everybody rushed to join, and then nobody effing went.
Right, but at least at the gym, you know how to use the treadmill and the weights. You just don't go. With Google Plus, there's no treadmill and no weights. It's just like it's like the Gibraltar Trade Center with no stands. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
And it's not even airbrushing.
Yeah, I just wanted hot donuts. And there's no hot donuts.
Where's the beef jerky?
Fringe. Where's the fringe?
Right, that was the best part of Fantasticon.
What was it? The donuts?
Hot donuts.
Hot donuts guy.
Really? Because I've never been to Gibraltar before.
Oh,
They have good
There's
donuts.
a dude with a magical.
My husband loves donuts.
You watch it
magical little machine.
Is it like homemade donuts?
Yeah. So like,
someone
he
told me
whips
about,
up the dough.
Does it take forever to make?
got the lazy
No, it's
river.
like 5 minutes.
No, the lazy.
And then he dumps it in the thing, and then the little donut, they're like this big, and then they start popping out into the hot oil, and then he has a little like chopstick thing that he keeps them in their place until he's ready. Then there's little flippers.
They go down the lazy river.
They go down the lazy river, and then the
Disney.
flipper flips them over into more hot oil, and then he does his little stick thing again to keep them where he wants them, and then they come down, and then he dumps them in cinnamon sugary goodness.
Well, why didn't they put that in the advertisement?
We had it every morning.
Oh yeah, that was that. Yeah, well that's how I knew Bob was not feeling good Sunday morning.
Oh,
Was
'cause
because
he didn't
I
eat the
went and got,
donuts?
and he was like, "Get those away from me." I don't even want to smell
I
that.
heard you weren't doing well Sunday morning.
No. Oh God, no bad.
Did you
had
have
a lot
those
of fun
vending machine
Saturday.
chips again?
I don't know. I don't even think I ate.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the Olester chips. It was all
and
all those gummy bears.
But
those
hey,
sugar
we are going to be back with Kelly, Casey, and Holly in segment 3 and
Who are
segment
those
4. You people.
What?
You?
But hey, this is the IT and the D show now.
God, it is already 10 o'clock. How does that happen?
We'll be right back.
Love you guys. How much?
IT and the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit. One beer at a time.
Hi, I'm Brittany Daniel from The Game, and you're listening to IT and the D Show.
itinthed.com.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.
Welcome back, segment 3, episode 119. This is the IT and the D show. We're hanging out in our safe place, the Detroit Sound Studios in beautiful Ferndale, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy, always hanging out with Dave the Geek. Nuri the LOST is in the house. Find us online, itandthed.com, and give us a like on the Facebook. Follow us on the Twitter. And we are proud to be part of the Podcast Detroit Network.
Like, again, we had damn well better be. I mean, at this point, we've got, 32 shows, and we're about to have upwards of 35 in the next week or two.
We picked up the Comic Book Men show.
Yeah, Mike and Ming, they're up and running. We've got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. But hey, so real quick, this segment of the IT and the D show is brought to you by Automatic. Here's the deal. So chances are your car hasn't fully kept up with technology, and that's where Automatic comes in. It's a small adapter that turns any car into a connected car. We've all heard about connected car. We've had Elena and everybody else in here yakking about it. Just plug the Automatic into the same port that your mechanic uses to diagnose engine problems, and it opens up a whole world of possibilities. Automatic lets you keep track of your fuel mileage and vehicle health, expense business trips with a tap, and link your car to the connected devices that power your life. This is the one that drives me nuts. What does that stupid pesky check engine light really mean? And is the mechanic going to lie to me when I go there to have it checked out?
So I had the check tire light on. I ignored it for 3 weeks. And I wake up this morning and my tire's flat, and I drove it with a flat tire to the dealer. And he goes, "Why didn't you bring it here sooner?" I said, "Because that light's always on." And I put a piece of tape over the light. Come on. Right.
And my car was making a noise. What'd you do? Turn the radio up?
Turn the radio up.
So the moral of the story is that Automatic will tell you before you go into the shop. They can also integrate with your Nest thermostat to know when you're home. It can even provide the answer to life's most common question: where did I park my car?
42.
So, I mean, it's actually not a bad thing. I mean, I've taken a look at it. I want it mostly for the stupid, check engine light and that kind of stuff. We all know I am not the most car-savvy guy on the planet.
I ordered one.
So did I. My mechanic and I have a deal. He doesn't try to fix his computer. I don't try to fix my car. And we're all good, and nothing blows up in those circumstances. So here's the detail. So it works on nearly every car made after 1996, takes minutes to install and connects to your iPhone, Android device over Bluetooth, gives you real-time performance data, uses intelligent coaching to maximize your fuel economy and reduce wear and tear. There's a dashboard web app that provides granular information, lets you export trips, gives you the nice, plain English explanations for your check engine light. The Automatic app integrates with Nest, Your Mechanic, FreshBooks, and more. You can easily file business expenses. Bob, this is a good one for you. You're always on the freaking road. With popular apps like Concur and Expensify. Works with IFTTT for even more possibilities to integrate your car into your digital life. Supports Apple Watch. There you go, Nuri, and Pebble. No monthly fees or subscriptions required. And Automatic, we've talked about this a couple of times tonight, never sells your data. So here's the deal. Automatic is normally $99.95. When you use our special offer code, IT, you save 20%. So go to automatic.com for more information, and it's just like, the Automatic, AUTOMATIC.com. For more information and to purchase, use offer code IT during the checkout. Save 20% off the regular purchase price. That's automatic.com and discount code IT. And as always, we thank them for their support.
I can't wait to get mine. I love it when Dave does these reads because it's like you're like the speed reader guy, and you're like when you get done, you're like you just drop the paper, like I'm done with this.
Chevy Chase, that's the news, and I am out of here.
So actually, I just went to their website. Right now, they're on sale for $80. So $79.99. If you enter code IT, it gives you $16 more off.
I just bought it a week ago.
$63.99 is your new total for the adapter.
Crying out loud!
Oh, sorry, Bob, no price matching.
I forgot to put in the coupon code. I had to call support to get them to PayPal me I know.
And also, while we were at break, I got a text from my friend Lithy who said that she has a Scott E-Vest trench, and she loves it, and that we geeks are so last century.
Sorry. Wait a minute, they make trench coats too?
Yeah, totally.
With
42 pockets.
Steve's so getting the trench coat.
So you can be an even better alleyway salesman,
I am the black leather trench coat guy.
With a hockey jersey.
Jersey, black leather trench
Vans.
coat, my checkerboard Vans. Like, they've called me Neo for years because I'm that guy.
Let's go watch The Crow again, you guys.
They're remaking The Crow.
No, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. It's terrible.
We don't.
All right, so let's dive in with our guests. You were Holly and Kelly and Kasey. You were patient enough to deal with us through all of our shenanigans for the first hour. Let's dive in with what you would like to talk about.
Where's our cool nicknames?
Yeah. What the hell?
You guys got all these nicknames.
Yeah.
We made them up for each other. You guys have to give yourselves your own nicknames.
Well, let's see. Kelly could be the Smurf.
Them. No. I know. As of now, yes, I was born.
Kelly's pointing at me, and I'm scared.
She was born a Smurf. What are her guitar names? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Casey Killswitch.
What was mine? Hardcore Hollie.
Hardcore Hollie.
In case you don't know, I don't know what mine was though. Kelly Collision.
Yes,
Something
Kelly
like that.
Collision. Yep.
Yes, we've all been involved in U.S. air guitar.
In roller derby?
No, we're not strong enough for roller derby, but no.
Wild times.
Air guitar, definitely.
Awesome. Well, and Kelly, everybody that's been here in the studio or on our site knows you. You were responsible for the fantastic Big Trouble in Little China IT and the D thing that's right up front in a little place of honor, as well as the Kiss pieces and the Princess Leia piece and some of the other stuff.
You know what, guys? I did have something else for you guys that I brought tonight, just as a surprise. Open it. Right here, that's for you.
Mother of God.
Dave and Bob, because you guys are such, knuckleheads, and I love you.
Are you? Monday Night Meat Sticks.
Wait. Well, I don't know if Casey's seen it. I haven't seen it.
No, nobody's seen it. I haven't shown anybody.
It's a Monday Night Meat Stick.
Monday Night Meat Sticks, because as anybody who knows who's been a guest on the show, you were served a plethora of meat sticks and beer.
And there's the logo.
And there's the logo. In case you ever want to branch out and start your own line of Slim Jims.
No, it's going to be a new podcast. Yeah, the Monday Night Meat Stick.
Mm-hmm.
This is going on Instagram. I'll put it up in 2 minutes. That's
you guys
phenomenal.
Go with your bad self. I love you guys.
That's outstanding.
Not a problem.
And of course, you got a picture of me where I'm laughing. Like, I don't know. God knows what I was laughing at.
Bob, that's how you always look. What are you talking about?
You're always jovial, Bob.
Jovial. Is that what they call me now?
You're a jolly soul. So Kelly, so you're involved in and all of you are actually involved in so many things around the area. So I know we had just talked that you actually you're coming off of a little bit of a hiatus now.
Yes, I took a brief sabbatical over the last few weeks just to catch my breath again because life kind of gets crazy.
A little crazy every now and then.
Yeah,
it does.
Absolutely.
That whole real So what have you got going on?
Well, a lot as usual. Coming up immediately this Black Friday. If you're not,
I am really intrigued by this event.
Are you
I'm not
intrigued?
gonna lie.
Okay,
I really am.
If you're not out harassing the store workers of America, you can come on down to our Black Friday fire sale art auction. It's produced by Mike Kelly, who is owner of the Atomic Cafe Gallery. Gallery in Hamtramck. It's going to be held at the Tangent Gallery, downtown Detroit, 7 to 1, Black Friday night. It's kind of an anti-consumerism event.
But it's got a really crazy hook to it.
It does have a very crazy hook to it. So what is it? It's a silent art auction, and we put burn prices on all of the artwork.
What does that mean?
It's silent auction.
I'm a novice. What's burn prices?
Okay, so it's silent auction. Everybody's gonna,
think of it like a reserve bid.
Yeah, a reserve bid.
Got it.
Yep, exactly. So, and if it doesn't hit the artist reserve bid, it gets thrown in the fire and burns.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, quite the selling ploy. So I have a couple pieces in the show. Jay Shimko, who is one of your hosts for Get Your Geek On.
Yeah.
Jay has a couple pieces in the show. I just took them down for him yesterday. So we'll both have work in the show. That's this Friday at Tangent Gallery. So it's just one of the things I have coming up.
I like Tangent Gallery. That is the weirdest, awesomest.
It's a fun
It's
place.
scariest.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I feel like
Yeah.
it's Bartertown. Mad Max, like there's going to be a 6'8" guy with a midget on his back walking around.
And it's funny you say Mad Max. They actually had a Mad Max show there just about 2 months ago. They had a Mad Max themed show there that was very fun.
We're not plugged in enough. See, and this is why we have that whole thing where we need to get the calendar with the art stuff, and we have to pay more attention.
It's what Tangent Gallery is. It's owned by Joe Van Beal, and he pretty much just rents it out. So anyone, and I do many shows here through the years, you can just rent it for one night even, which is fantastic. It is.
Because there's that on Friday, and then it's the Tipsy Tinsel thing that's going on there Saturday.
And then Wednesday they're having electro swing party. I'm going to be there Wednesday night. So.
Yep. So they're always doing something at Tangent.
Do you want to sell art? That's how you sell art. Tell me about Mad Max art shows, and that's how you sell things.
That was a very good show.
I'm
and that was
angry.
just this
I don't
past
have
month.
anything now.
Aw, next year, Bob.
Fine.
Or, I take commissions anytime.
No, I was when I went to the PAP show with you.
Oh yes,
we laughed our tails out because I bought that piece that I still haven't picked up, by the way.
For Joey, yeah.
Right. I'm such a procrastinator, but I go. Everyone's walking by, and it's like I was Leopold in the Bugs Bunny thing. Like, they go, there he is. That's the guy that bought something. And I go, and they're looking at me, and I go, they're not talking. There's no way they're talking about me. And I go, Tony. When somebody buys something, like the word gets spread, he goes, "You have no idea." I'm trying to do a New York accent.
Except that sounded a little like Arnold.
Become Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I can't do New York. I go German. It became like
get to the chopper.
Yeah. Like it's not like I'm like that 6'3" big guy with a velvet sport coat doesn't stick out in the crowd enough. Now I bought something. Everybody's like looking. Like, is that a thing at art shows? Like when like
you became an art mark.
Not always. That night it was. I was lucky enough to sell most of my work that night.
Nice, congratulations.
So, thank you. It was a lot of fun. It was a great event, and I think PBR is going to team up with us yearly now.
It was fun. Awesome.
We're going to do it again. We're definitely going to do it again.
It was a cool space. It was fun. It was
very. It's Start Gallery.
It was free beer.
Lots of free beer. Did you see what we were doing? We had to keep leaving and going and getting more beer. We wiped out every liquor store in like a. Oh, yeah, I know. He helped in like a 5-mile radius and just emptied PBR everything.
Because I was angry that
next year my high school reunion won't be happening, so I can actually.
So you can
be
come.
There.
Okay, so we'll have to go like 10 square miles around to get enough PBR.
The talls were gone, so that's why I was like, "Wait, you're only giving me a 12-ounce can? Like, what
yes.
What am I, a Untermensch here?"
Bob purchased a beautiful piece by a local artist, Jelly Estrada, a really nice young girl.
Any relation to Eric?
No, not that I know of. No, she's a sweet girl.
It'll be in the studio as soon as I go get it. It's only been a month.
It's Bob. You've dealt with this before with the Kiss pieces.
I did, yes.
No, so I mean, here's the thing. Like,
forcibly did it. Yeah.
As an artist, how do you go about getting your do you have to go to these shows? Can you do stuff on your own? Like, how do you go about getting your stuff out?
It's a multitude. Most people I recommend start with one of your local art organizations. Most little, cities, Grosse Pointe, Birmingham, Royal Oak, everybody's got their own little art center that you can join and then join in group shows. That's a good way to start. As I've done, I've kind of branched out. We do little pop-up shows all over the city, and then join gallery shows as well. And then the Comic-Con work.
I was going to say, how do you go from starting off to being? I mean, it's pretty much just straight up Detroit hustle to get your name out there? I mean, what's involved?
Yeah,
in
a lot
that?
of the time.
Just like with
a
any
lot of
skilled
it.
trade.
Yeah. Hustle, just to get your name out there, because it's the only way you're going to get work. You're not going to get work holed up in your studio, just working all the time. Networking's almost just as important as the work that you produce.
Sucked me in.
Yeah.
Just keeps, she put, well, dude, every day she posts
Don't even.
So, every day, pretty much, you're posting something that you've done, and I was like, I want that. How do I get that?
Yeah, I popped his commission cherry there. He had no idea how to commission artwork. I said, well,
I don't. Yeah.
Here we go.
You know, I think some of the best artwork I've seen lately is the people that go to like the Roseville Hotel would have like a starving artist sale, and there'll be like these crazy like Bob Ross landscape pictures. Well, people are buying like artists are buying those and like dropping in like an ad or like dropping in.
Yes. It's the
they're
thrift store paintings. You take thrift store paintings. We've been actually doing this for years. A lot of people have, but it's just now really kind of caught on for some reason. You take thrift store paintings. You just add whatever the hell in you want to make it your own.
The framing is like $300 on something like that. And you're buying that thing from a thrift store for $30.
$30, yeah.
Right? So you can go drop, paint something sci-fi. They're genius though. They look amazing.
Oh, I love that one.
My wife's in Music City,
Mary.
actually. They're awesome.
Oh, those are great.
Ooh.
Great radio, Neri.
For all you playing along at home, put it on Twitter for crying out loud. This is a woman with cactuses in her underwear. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So this Black Friday, you can come down to Tangent Gallery, see our fire sale art auction. Come help save some art from burning. I'll have a couple pieces. Jay Shimko has a couple pieces.
See, if I were an artist at that thing, like I would leave them like shrouded and covered, and just say, "Look, this is a nude painting of."
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur. Oh, that would be good.
And unless you meet my minimum bid, it's going in the fire.
B. Arthur.
Or just start rumors that, hey, I heard.
Right.
That's a nude painting of.
Holly's like, $10,000 final offer.
Let's take it. Very good. I'm also in, a couple more shows coming up. We got the It Came From the Gutter show. You guys might like
I
this.
saw that. It's at a bowling alley.
Yeah, well,
With
it's at the
pins and
Majestic. It's at the Majestic Lanes, also produced by Mike Kelly, owner of
Great pun.
Atomic Cafe
I love
Gallery. That's going to be on December 12th, 7 to midnight. All the artists have been given bowling pins, and you have to make art with or from. The people slice them in half. It's kind of interesting to see what's going on the inside of the bowling pin. You can actually cut them apart and stuff.
Is that not like the oldest bowling alley in the U.S.? Like right now, is it the oldest one? I heard like it might be or it's not. Yeah, Garden Bowl. Is one of the.
It's one of the oldest.
Either it's not or it's one of the top oldest.
Well, yeah, because they used to do the whole bowling for dollars thing there. And,
They did.
Yeah.
They still have Black Label in the can at the front bar.
And as we've covered a million times, Bob loves it in the can.
I do. True story.
Well, you should come on down that night, Bob.
And you're also right. Garden
We'll
Bowl
help you
is America's oldest active bowling center.
I was right.
Very good. Thank you, Mary.
No, but I think I don't know if I told you or not. That's why I bought the piece at the PAP show. Is the only real art, like actual painted art I own, is the painting of Flash Gordon. Done in front of Flash Gordon, signed by Flash Gordon.
That's right. Yeah, we talked
to
about
Flash
it.
Gordon music, right? So like that's like literally the only everything else I have is like some reproduction
posters, 8 by 10 autographs. Yeah.
I know.
Good.
I'm expanding my horizons.
Well,
I'm
we'll keep
appreciating.
here.
There's things that like and we always talk art is subjective, and there's things like when I saw that picture, that painting, I'm like, that's mine. Like
that's
that.
Mine.
Everything else, like, this one, mine. Like, the butt that Tony painted, like, not so much. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't like the butt.
No, like, you
weren't a fan of Tony's butt?
No. It's a little hairy for my taste. But that paint, like, you know what I mean? I think that's the whole point of it. It's subjective, and
it is.
It was awesome saying. I didn't think not saying she wouldn't appreciate, but like she was so over the top appreciative that I bought it, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize like it was that big of a deal.
It means a lot when you shop local, when you buy local.
Do we want to take a caller?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we got a caller. Who would be?
Oh, who just hung up on us?
Oh, never mind. Oh, dang. Call back.
Go ahead, caller. You're on live.
Wow. It's probably for the Theo show. Wanted to talk Lions. So
that's happened before,
right?
So And we can double back and yak more, but so like Hollie, you've got a whole bunch of stuff going on as well. I mean, so you're a model, you're an artist. What's on your horizon that you've got going on?
I do a lot of the Comic-Cons. I just was...
Oh, and that's right, and cosplay.
Yeah. That's mostly where my modeling's at right now. I just did the one for New York, which I talked about with you guys before, but for Jay Foskett. He is the creator of Bodhi Troll, which is an all-ages comic. So I helped him out there. I didn't cosplay at that one, though. But I'm looking forward to going with these ladies to San Diego Comic-Con next year.
Oof.
Oh, we're going to have so much fun.
I foresee bad things happening.
We had done that one, what year was that?
Last year.
Yeah.
It's
2014.
14.
So who are you dressing up as, typically?
Who are you wearing?
Yeah.
I first met her as Catwoman, 2013 Detroit Fan Fair as a celebrity judge, and we were up there looking at her, and I'd never met Hollie before. And the other one, Kasey, was a pony. She was, Rainbow Dash. And I fell in love with that pony and Kitty that night.
If you had given me a million guesses, I never would have landed on Rainbow Dash.
She was so cute.
She rocked it.
Yeah.
I told her if she's going to do it, she better rock it out.
Yeah,
She did.
I'm kind of in my underwear. And you're like, well, if you're going to go big, go big.
She texted me. She's like, do you think I should really show up? I don't know. I'm like, rock that. You better rock that. Work it.
Hollie in the skin-tight Catwoman costume. I had her on my bed that night. That's how we actually met. That was the first time I saw her on my bed.
That is a true story.
Welcome to the intro. I sense a segment 5 drop, or segment 5 happening.
Happened before.
And we've been close friends.
She's my wife now. We got married this past
I have
January.
heard.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. Comic-Cons mostly with the modeling. I also work with a photographer a lot, Mark Nader, who was working with Metro Times, and he shoots a lot of concerts. We actually were talking about shooting...
Yeah, you were on the cover of the Summer Guide.
Yeah,
She's
actually
on a couple of them.
Yeah, a few of them. I did 2 for Real Detroit Weekly before they merged.
yeah.
Right.
And then 1 for Metro Times after they merged. So, yeah. So I've been doing the cosplay and on those covers. Also, my cousin Kasey, she is actually putting me into her project. I don't know how much I can talk about it.
You can talk about it.
Which one?
You know what?
She actually can explain it better than I can.
I'll explain it when you're done
All right.
with your plug.
So that's another thing going on with me right now, too. But we are in talks with you guys for the podcast show.
Mm-hmm.
Which wouldn't suck.
Wait a minute, the 3 of you doing a podcast alone.
Does that bring it to 35 or 36 then? 36?
There's a 36D joke there somewhere.
Oh, boy.
Why don't you guess my size?
No, but it would not be bad to have the 3 of them giving their views, their take, their everything on a weekly basis.
Plus
That could be awesome.
recaps from Comic-Cons and all kinds of things. Oh, totally.
No, that was, to
And
this
it wouldn't
day,
be our typical lunkhead dude viewpoint.
to this day, that blog that Dave wrote about his trip to the comic book store with his daughter.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
By like
Yeah, that was one of your
10,000 is the
biggest
most
ones.
viewed.
Still gets read. It's been 8 months. It still gets hit 100 and some odd times a day.
That was only 8 months ago
I
that we
know.
did that? That feels like a
March.
lifetime.
Well, it was a year ago. Well, date wise, it was a year ago today that I was on Flashpoint, and like year wise, it was a year ago today that we were getting ready to do the show where I came on here and vented about the entire Flashpoint scenario.
When you add that blog into our stats from a website perspective, we do better than like Cranes as like a collective. But everything else stripped away. If you strip that blog out, we don't do crap. But like add that
like
blog
those two entries, and we're solid. And I'm okay with that.
Absolutely, likewise. We don't not like we publish every day. We're once in a while when we feel like writing, we write.
That's how it's supposed to be.
But speaking of breaks, great, good segue, Bob. We're gonna. Are we getting another call?
Yeah, let's see who this is.
Fair.
All right, you're gonna have to turn your computer down. We have a call.
Sorry. Sorry.
Hey, so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. Talk more with Kelly, Hollie, and Kasey. This is the IT and the D Show, and we will be right back.
Be back in a sec.
IT in the D. Read, meet, listen. Networking Detroit. One beer at a time.
Hey guys, it's Time Hawk, Bruce Leroy from The Last Dragon. You're listening to the IT&D Show.
ITinthed.com.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.
Welcome back. Thank you for making it this far. This is segment 4, episode 119 of the IT and the D Show. We are recording live in our safe place in the Detroit Sound Studios. Beautiful Ferndale, Michigan. This is Bob the Sales Guy.
That's never going to not be funny.
No, it's forever. It's forever. This is Bob the Sales Guy. That was Dave the Geek. Always hanging out with Nuri, the LOST. Find us online, itinthed.com. And we are very proud to be part of the Podcast Detroit Network. Do us a favor, mark your calendars, December 10th, Falling Down Beer Company, our annual toy drive for Operation Kid Equip. Bring a wrapped toy, donate some cash.
No, unwrapped toy.
Did I say wrapped?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You say you're having a rough night.
I'm having a great night.
And stop at Star Wars on your way there and get a coffee.
No, I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars coffee. I thought it'd be wrapped because then it's a surprise.
No, because that way they know what it is before, because people might be jerks and I can't
Who would be jerks to kids for Christmas?
Have you met the internet?
Yes. I go on Reddit. I know what those people exist. But no, it's a great event. It's a great cause. They're trying to help like 1,000 kids and make sure they have a good Christmas.
We got a whole bunch of. So I was actually talking with Karen, who's one of the chefs over there. She does outstanding stuff, and we were talking about like getting food set up for that night. We're going to have a guy that I met, Kevin Wilson, who does a phenomenal acoustic guitar 80s, like just all 80s song set.
How'd that
go? Just phenomenal. It's perfect for us. Trust me. We're gonna have some shows out, doing live broadcasts that night. We'll have the remote gear out, doing that, having that going on. We got shirts, we got giveaways, we got all kinds of crazy stuff we're gonna be doing.
Reuben egg rolls,
delicious
absolutely. Falling down beer,
and delicious. Potent falling down beer.
Did you see they have the release of their new beer coming out?
The Angry Beaver.
The Angry Beaver, yeah, it's a bourbon.
I'm sorry.
It's forever. Like, I don't know if you heard that part.
Do
of the
they have
intro.
Red Wings?
I believe it was episode 69 when we had Mark in.
Of course it was.
And Mark basically brought in kegs and said we weren't leaving until they were gone. So that was a really, really, really long night.
No, but when he said he's doing Angry
he
Beaver,
promised Bob that he could tap the keg.
And I explained to him that the top of the keg is known as a bunghole. Like when I worked for a beer distributor at 18, the old man used to always yell at us, make sure the bungholes are facing out, and we used to pee our pants laughing. So I said, Mark, you realize you're tapping the Angry Beaver in the bunghole, and hilarity ensued, and it's been
And it was like we literally had to take a break like 10 minutes into a segment because none of us could pull our shit back together. Like I had tears. It's still in the intro. I had tears going to it. None of us could talk, and it was just time for an early break.
That's how it happened. Wow.
That's exactly how that happened.
No, there was nothing funnier as an 18-year-old child watching an old man going, hey, boys, make sure the bungholes are out. And we're like, God damn it.
So what time did you say that the event starts?
At 5 o'clock is when we get rolling, and we'll be there till whenever.
I'm going to try to make it.
You should absolutely try to make it.
It's until question marks, all the good parts.
Question marks, that's a good part.
Right.
I'm actually going to get off a plane, come right over to the event, and then Uber home.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome. Well, and they are closing
Perfect.
down for us again this year.
That's
so,
awesome.
I mean, it's that's the whole point.
Such a good event.
Park at McDonald's if the parking lot's full.
Right. Mark works that out every year. There's a parking lot, the McDonald's right next door with a huge parking lot. You can park there, walk on over. It's
Big spot full of fishes for Reuben egg rolls. It's kind of
exactly. Life's good.
Right,
Man, you guys
exactly.
have brought this up so much that I need to try one.
Want the Reuben egg rolls?
I don't understand. Like it's
sounds
crack.
delicious.
It really, really is. Like once you're like, I'm not allowed to go there anymore unless I'm bringing those home.
Can I get the crack roll?
Crack roll,
And she here's the best part. Like most brew pubs, don't have good food. Like I'm sure you've been to brew pubs, and they have fried food. They at best, if not like just all the takeout menus.
Fast is the only one that can do that any food, right? So.
Karen is a chef that tries to outdo herself like every day, and so like she experiments with the egg rolls. Like one day I was sitting there just like I was picking up a keg for here, and she's like, "Hey, oh good, you're here. I want you to try something." And you never say no when Karen says, "I want you to try something because it's going to be awesome." And so she brought out Bananas Foster egg rolls.
Oh,
so it was Bananas Foster in egg rolls with a side thing of nice hot caramel.
Oh my god!
And yeah, I don't understand how her boyfriend is not like 900 pounds.
They should make you eat some on air so that everybody can just kind of listen.
Well, we'll
to
have the remote
reactions.
gear there.
We will.
Perfect. All right, so diving back in, Kasey, we have not gotten to you yet. Kasey Pierce, a.k.a. Cosmic Kasey.
Yes.
So we just saw you recently at Fantasticon, where you were you were like the last few physical copies of your latest book were there.
Yes.
So what projects are you working on now, and why should people be looking out for you? What do you have coming up?
Oh, okay. Right now, through SourcePoint Press in the spring, in March, we will be debuting the first issue of a sci-fi series called Nora. It is a comic series. Basically, Nora is a coma fisher. She can go into the mind's eye and retrieve you from a coma or help you cross over, but how she obtained the ability is the real story. It's a long, dark past. Her and her husband worked in pathogenic development for the CIA, creating hellish viruses for biological warfare.
Boom!
Well, that escalated quickly.
Mature audiences only. It's going to be great, and it's been my baby for a long time. And if you want to go to CosmicKasey.com, it is a spinoff of my sci-fi saga that was blogged for a long time.
Cosmic with a K.
Yep, both with K's. Yep, Cosmic Kasey. You can go to the Prophecy Effect, and it is a spinoff of the main character.
Okay.
So it gives you some insight in that. Because I took that and I'm like, how do we minimize this into a comic? Because I wanted to translate it, but I'm like, I can't. This is too much story because it was in novelization format. So I'm like, we minimize and we just focus on the main character. And Sean Seal. Hi, Sean. I know he's listening. He's really enjoying the show. Brilliant artist. He was a fine artist first by trade, and they started doing sequentials, and he does dark and ominous very well. So I'm very excited. Sean has been doing some great work. Sean, you're awesome. Thank you so much for being on this project with me. Also, John Merakin, who is also an illustrator, approached me about a character he had created maybe 10 or 15 years ago that he didn't know what to do with called Mashika. And he didn't have a backstory. It was a strong story, but he presented it to me and wanted me to sort of bring it to life. So I said, okay, basically you want an Aztec Conan the Barbarian.
This was actually the follow-up question I was going to ask you, because when we were at St. Cece's at the art show there, we were talking about that outside.
Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely.
Should have done Conan the Librarian. I've been dying for someone to do it.
Don't you know that
you know what?
Thank you, Weird Al.
That would be a great internet comic, actually.
Totally.
I'll get right on that. But no, it's also a sci-fi, and it's a graphic novel. So about 67 to 70 pages. I studied Aztec history all summer. What's great about that, and I was talking to that about you at St. Cece's, is that Aztec history is myth meets fact. So I knew where we could bend, but I'm really trying to...
Well, and you went real deep on it. Like, I mean, that was part of the conversation we had. Like, you were trying to make sure that you stayed as factual as possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I'm representing a whole group of people that I am not a part of. So I'm very sensitive to that, and I want to make sure that I really brought a strong story for Aztec people, Mexicas, and Mexicans in general. What a time to do it, with what's going on in the media. And
will Trump be killed in this graphic novel? Anyway,
Trump hates everybody and makes a bunch of shit up.
Well, you'll have to buy the graphic novel.
So now, Kasey, have you been doing this since like you've been a kid? Like, how did you get involved in starting to write and then kind of transitioning that into graphic novels?
Since I was a kid, I was writing short stories, and when we'd get writing assignments, the rest of the class would sort of sigh and want to do the 20 math questions. I was the opposite. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Because I loved expressing myself that way. And once I got to college, I was kind of naysayed out of it. And when you want to go into something as unsteady as just writing in general, people that care about you are going to voice their opinion. And of course, I trusted that, and I should have trusted myself. That is my fault. But it never left me, and that's a good thing. And everything happens for a reason, and I'm back at it now, and I couldn't be happier, really.
Well, because I see it's funny because I have a 11-year-old, and she gets asked from classmates to draw her ex, right? And yesterday it was a classmate asked her to draw Vault Boy from Fallout 4, from Fallout. And she brings it downstairs, and it's perfect. And I go, did you trace that? Like, did you put it up against a computer screen? She goes, no, I just looked at it and drew it. I go, it's perfect. Like, that's something like an adult would do. And I think it's...
Now, have you sent away for the little art test with the parrot and the pirate?
No, the raccoon.
Yeah,
No, but I think, again, I want to encourage her to not stop, right?
Right, you want to nurture that.
Right, so I kind of wanted to relay that. Were you encouraged? Did you just keep doing it, didn't care? Like, what was the moving, but you just keep doing it and not stop?
It sounds like she listened to people like us that are always like, if you're doing art or writing, you should go become a .NET developer or an app dev. And then came back to it.
It's funny, Tony Maiello of Rocketing Studios, I was... At the time, on CosmicKasey.com, you can find a lot of my early satire and comic reviews. And he's like, I think you can write a fiction. And I'm like, hey, there's no way. I don't touch fiction, blah, blah, blah. And I just up and wrote the first chapter of The Prophecy Effect. And then after that, people were like, you should write comics. I'm like, no, I don't think panel by panel. I'll never touch a comic script. And then I wrote Mashika right out the gate, which is 67 pages of a comic script. So... it's my own fear that holds me back, and I think that's a lot of us. That's everybody. So
you're worried about that one person that says this sucks, right? Am I?
Yeah, and I always tell people that ask me writing advice, which I'm not exactly pros advice, but my own advice. Don't think about your audience. I know that sounds weird, but if you write thinking about your audience, you are going to give them something manufactured and stale, and you're going to try to tailor to them, and you are actually doing them a horrible injustice.
Well, I always, I learned, not that this relates at all, but I was a cheesy...
But you're going to just barge forward anyway?
Yes. I was a...
Bob's got something to say.
No, I was a cheesy bar DJ, and I was, and then if 3 girls would yell at me, I'm like, it would ruin my night. Right? But even though the dance floor would be packed or whatever, but I came up with the 95-5 rule. As long as 95% of the people are having a blast, 5% of the people can downright loathe me.
Haters gonna hate, man.
And I'm going to come out being all right. I mean... I don't think artists get it as much, but there's got to be the point where
anything that's your life's work, you take it to heart. Absolutely.
Artists do get it. I mean,
my mom asks me all the time, "How much longer are you going to do this for?" That's what she says to me.
Forever.
So, and that's what happened to Kasey. People said, "Well, you're out of your mind.
Bob, how much longer is the stupid Monday night thing going to go
on?" You guys are your stupid podcast.
How much longer are you guys going to be on the radio for?
But see, that's such good advice. I remember when I was a kid, I played piano bar in my hometown, Cafe Cocopelli in Dade City, Florida, and I played for 6 months. And one night, the drunk
just went to his happy place.
This is an unhappy place. Some asshole came up to me and was like, "How much do you make in a night?" I'm like, "About $1,500." He's like, "I'm gonna give you $100 and you're gonna go the F home." And that was the last time I played piano in public. For probably 15 years. And just recently I started getting back into that. I wish I would have taken that advice, right? You can't cater to your audience.
Screw the haters.
And you're going to have 5% of people who hate you no matter what you do. And so F them and do your thing.
Well, so my kid wants a YouTube channel, and I said, "Do you realize half are going to tell you to kill yourself?"
Dude, she survived until the first negative comment on Vine?
Oh, she went a year on Vine. And then she had to change names because someone said you suck or something.
It's going to happen.
Oh, it devastated her. But I'm like, but I again, it's a life lesson I think we all need to emulate at one point or another. Just like Nuri said, just like I said.
Just keep going.
Right. You do what you do, and if people like it, great.
Because it makes you happy.
Because it makes you happy, right? And I don't think you have to work. Like you hit the nail on the head, Kasey. Is just do what you do.
Yeah.
Right? And
being true to yourself is being true to your audience. I truly believe that because, I don't really like Stephen King, but then again, Stephen King isn't somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One sets out to say, I'm going to write a story in the vein of Stephen King. It's going to suck.
I almost hate to sound like the master of the obvious here, but isn't being true to yourself being true to your audience by default? Because if they don't get you, they are not your audience.
A plus B equals C.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It is very simple. And we get overwhelmed when we think about, oh my God, who's going to read this? And they're not going to like this part. I should change this. No. And when you start out to write, just start out writing, thoughts, ideas, and that eventually becomes dialogue. And just
hey, you know what you guys should do with your events? Shut up.
Right.
Hey, you know what you should do? Shut up.
Do you guys get that?
Constant.
Well, your audience will find
it.
you, right? If you're busy trying to be somebody else, you're not actually.
And we're not for everybody.
And right.
Nope.
No, I mean we're not everybody's network. If you're looking for like
formulaic
or like late 50s guys in 3-piece suits and blue ties and here there be dragons.
Bob's
no.
Yep, not a one size fits all. I mean, and that's the long and short of it. But what Hollie was mentioning earlier was that I've aesthetically modeled some people in Nora after my real life friends, and Hollie plays Vera Cleese. And her stage name is Hallie Jean. She is a model / actress, but she does play Nora's sister. And I think it's hilarious that she actually breaks a toilet.
I would expect that would be Bob's character.
I think it is in issue 3, and so there's definitely a family dynamic to that too. So I sent the whole album of Hollie's modeling pictures to Sean. He's like, "Is that your cousin? Cute." So I'm very excited about that, and of course, James Jaskulski used to host a podcast or vidcast with me. Yeah, we love James.
We keep getting told to do video, and we keep we have faces for radio. We're good.
See,
right here.
You know what? I'm lazy about editing, so that's why we do vlogging. And it was about the conspiracy theories and the paranormal. And James is that let's watch the Crow again, man, kind of guy. So
conspiracy theories,
great soundtrack.
Yes. Absolutely, but he does play Nora's husband, James Seeshelm. So
totally random segue since you hit on conspiracy theories, and yesterday was the anniversary. Favorite JFK conspiracy?
Oh gosh!
Last words of Lee Harvey Oswald. It was the CIO.
That he didn't do it.
Yeah,
it
was the mafia. It was the Cubans. It was
It was an agenda. I'll just leave it at that.
Rock on.
So, anyways, that's me. That's what I do. And
Cosmic Kasey, where are you going to be anytime soon? You going to be somewhere?
Oh, wow. My next show, I think, will be Indiana. And I will be with SourcePoint Press, I think, at their booth. I haven't even asked them yet. I'm supposed to.
Guys, she's going to be there.
I'm going to be there at your booth, so just get used to it. But at C2E2 will be the next show, and that's in late March.
Yes.
And that is where that's going to be the debut of issue 1 of Nora.
See, I keep hearing C2E2 is a place that I need to get to.
Yes, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's got massive crowds, but what I like about it is that you're going to find an equal balance of comics and, sort of media and pop culture. I think it's a half and half. Yeah. Even though there's masses of people, it's not like San Diego where you're getting trampled. Everything's kind of in a circle, very easy to navigate. Artist alleys highlighted, the pop culture stuff's,
so the important question for us, are there 80s D-list celebrities that we can get drunk with?
Absolutely. Ming should be there, and amongst others, so you'll be good.
And we'll do the over-under on how many pop vinyl figures will be for sale at the
walls.
Oh, my boyfriend and I go nuts over those.
Dude,
too.
someone
junkies.
Someone did a pop vinyl of it was Farmer Ted from 16 Candles. They had it at Fantasticon. We were like, again, show me the flowchart that led to
Mark
do Farmer
texted me a
Ted.
picture of there's one from Cousin Eddie Christmas Vacation.
Oh, I love Cousin Eddie though. Oh,
see, I can actually see that.
Again, how obscure are you getting? I know he's kind of iconic, and
I love that though.
No, but they've gone a little over the deep end. Like,
when
I go to GameStop and I look at the pop vinyls with my kid, I'm like, the heck are half of these people? Like, I try to stay up on this thing. Oh my god, it's insane. There's no lines been crossed. They just everything. Just do them all. Don't care.
Do they have Reagan from The Exorcist?
Shim going like that.
I think they do. I think they have her as the demon.
Dave's on the Google. See, I think, yeah.
Oh, because
I'm
I
sure.
need that. I think I'm just making stuff up. Because these are Funkos I would like to see.
Oh, I have them. They're scattered all over my home. Like I bought Vault
I just
Boy
buy 'em
from
for Charlotte.
Fallout. I had to have it.
Oh, of course.
Right. Like I have a Macho Man one. My kids bought me the Jabba the Hutt Slave Leia like set. Like I didn't even know Jabba the Hutt's a pop vinyl.
Currently available for $8.95 at Walmart.
Get out. Show me.
Sis Reagan, yeah, I'm
We're
seeing
shopping
it.
now. We're shopping
That's
now.
much too vulgar display.
Casey, how do we find you
display
online?
of power, David.
We're running out of time. How do we find you online?
You can find me at CosmicCasey.com. That is both with K's. Instagram at KCD Writes, not as in women's lib rights, but it's in physical writing. You can find me a Twitter handle at CosmicCasey. And I think that's it. Facebook.com/CosmicCasey.
So I know you're going to hate me, but here's the scoop. We have a whole bunch of shows that she hasn't gotten to yet. We got a few more things we're going to get to with Hollie.
Say the S word.
Yes.
We're going to creep into a
going
segment 5
overtime.
real quick. Whoa. Like we're just going to take a quick break.
Has this ever been done before?
It's
Are
been
we
a
the
long
first?
time.
Yeah, not since
You're the first one here. So we're going to. In fact, I'm going to start off with Wayne Gretzky by Goldfinger.
That was my request,
We'll take
everybody.
a quick break. Grab your beers. Grab
Hold
a soda.
on to your butts.
We'll do a quick segment 5, and then we'll call it a night.
Freaking laser beams coming out of my eyeballs.
But
It's going down.
So this is the IT and the D show. We'll be right back for a segment 5.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.
And welcome back to segment 5 of the IT and the D show. Boy,
Bob could not be more excited.
Boy, oh boy, are we going to have big fun tonight.
Come on, Bob. You like us, right?
We are broadcasting live in our safe place, the Detroit Sound Studios. Beautiful Ferndale, Michigan. This is Bob, the sales guy. I'm drinking Falling Down beer. And to my left is Dave the Geek, for those who keep a score at home. To my right is Nuri the LOST. Find us online.
You're trying so hard to be flat.
Find us online, itthed.com, because we are IT the D, and you still are.
But at this rate, you could actually have a chance.
Right. Maybe in Delaware.
We
but not
just
here.
wanted to double back real quick because we wanted to make sure we closed out with everybody and got all the information that we needed. So, Casey, all of your stuff is out at CosmicCasey.com. They can find you all the places and things and Facebooks and Instagrams there.
Yep.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
So, Hollie, how do people find you if they're looking for either someone to do modeling photos or art or that sort of stuff? Like, how do they get in touch with you?
I am currently working on my website, so if you go there, it's not fully finished, but that is HollieOgden.com, so that's HOLLIEOGDEN.com. So.
And Hollie just accepted my Facebook friend request, so it's like official. It sounds like things are getting serious.
So you can say things were getting pretty
Things
serious.
are getting serious.
Round 5. So then there's Facebook, which is Hollie012. And I also have a Twitter, which is Hollie012 as well.
So, and like, do you have any engagements coming up in the near future, other than the San Diego Comic-Con trip that's looming?
I can't talk about my
You could tell us, but then you'd have to kill us.
Yes.
Save the day. And bust out the banjos.
No, there's a couple things going on, but I don't really like to talk about things until they happen because sometimes things don't actually follow through.
I think we're a little familiar with that concept. All right, and then Kelly, you said you have of course 9 million things going on. Where
you know what? God damn it, I'll just talk about them all.
Where else can we find you in your art?
So also I have the
And your ever-changing hair.
I know. I'm of the Smurf clan right now. In case nobody's noticed or known, I have gone blue from orange, gorgeous blue. But besides my hair, we also have a show out, Detroit Little Libraries. Have you guys ever heard of the Little Libraries?
I saw those last year. Those were kind of cool.
Like little
They're a lot of
things
fun,
on the side of the
right?
road where you can get a book and
Yeah,
put
get a
book
free
in and-
book, take it, bring it back, get another one, whatever, bring them, drop them off, take them, whatever you want. So DetroitLittleLibraries.org.
Do I get a little library card?
If you want.
Stop, Nuri. Jesus.
So we had an opening show in August at 4731 Gallery on Grand River. We had about a dozen or two Detroit artists that had decorated the little free libraries on our own dime with our own time, that kind of thing. So we displayed them there. They are now on display at the Detroit Public Library through 2016. A good night to go and check them out. Yes, yeah, they're going to be there for about a year. We might have them at MoCAD at some
I was going to say,
point.
and then what happens to them?
So, they actually have places, like we could select places to put them. I have a friend, Studio 2, down near Alter and Mac area. Mine's gonna be placed there eventually. Right now, they are on an extended tour at the moment, being at the Detroit Public Library. Noel Night's coming up December 5th downtown. That'd be a great night to go down and check them out if you want.
Okay.
Kim Kozlowski, who's one of our organizers, she recently went on air doing a TV interview, which will be airing on 92 different markets. She happened to bring my library for that interview, so you'll be able to see my City at Sunset library that on that feed. I know, it's late in the night, guys.
Did we break the bell?
Here we go.
It's beautiful, by the way.
Round
I've seen it in
5. Other than that, we got our Visions Collide 3 show coming up. We just announced
saw that today.
Yes, that we are going to be taking submissions. A little bit of change this year. This is our 3rd time doing the When Visions Collide show at the Tangent Gallery in Detroit.
And there's no theme.
There's no theme.
What is When Visions Collided?
When Visions Collide, it's a show that a friend of mine, Leanne Rumsey, who's a photographer, put together 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Yep, she's a hot little thing. I love her very much.
Indeed.
Very sweet girl.
Did I say that out loud?
Yes, you did.
Is this
That's
on?
fine. She's a sexy
Is
little
my mic
thing.
still on? Damn it.
So Leanne started putting this show together a few years ago. It's grown and grown. We're very happy with it. So this will be our 3rd year. We are doing a juried segment this year because we have so many artists interested, both in and out of state, possibly overseas.
So what's a
even at this
juried
point.
segment?
Juried means that we're going to be deciding who comes in, who does not.
Okay.
Before it was just a free-for-all. We were just, let's just fill the place,
Right.
At this point, we're at a certain capacity where we have to say yes or no.
Being picky.
We have to start being picky. So
No more stick figures from you, Billy.
we do like the stick figures, though. Sometimes that works just fine. So we have a date. It's going to be on April 30th at Tangent Gallery again. The artist call is submissions are open.
Anglican weekend.
Is it?
Yes.
See, I know. I think I caught that earlier, Nuri. I'm sorry.
It'll be fine. There'll be plenty
of
of time. You could run over and then
We'll
come
figure
back
it
in
out.
debauchery.
For me.
Oh, yeah, totally.
There is a way to make
Actually, it was
parties.
the same weekend last year too. That's why I didn't make it there last year.
Well, and they all had Fantasticon Toledo the weekend that it played last year.
Yeah.
So
Parties
I
at the
couldn't go
Westin
to
after both
yeah.
shows. Westin, Southfield, that's where the
Is
party's
that
at after
is that a
both.
fun?
We may or
Yeah.
may not have suites.
Fun. Nice.
And we may or may not be bringing a lot of
And one of the guys on the show may or not be the hotel liaison.
So the When Visions Collide show submissions are open through February 21st. Artists can submit to whenvisionscollide@gmail.com. Other than that, I just have a couple cons coming up. We're going to be doing, I think my girls are going to be with me for Fantasticon Toledo. I don't know if you guys are coming or not. April 16th and 17th, 2016. You guys coming?
I'm kind of thinking we should. They want us to come
I know
play
you're
more.
thinking about Lansing at this point,
Yeah.
since you saw Billy
it
J.
was a
Williams
fun
is gonna
show.
be there.
Well, and we
so-
had an email from the Fantasticon guys that were like, "Okay, how do we get you more involved in future shows? Because the guests loved you, people loved you, and yeah."
Well, yeah, and you guys are so much fun. So we're all going to be down there for the
yourself.
Toledo show. Oh, shut
And
up!
Marty,
I know
Marty
you
and
had
Joe
a
are such great
ball.
promoters too. I mean, they really
Absolutely.
take great care of the
Yes.
guests.
It was I was explaining Fantasticon, and it's like you have Comic-Con, and it's almost too big, right? The show's so crazy. As soon as I said it, I'm like, but like Fantasticon is more like that quaint gathering. Like you can actually talk to people, and like people can actually hang out, and everybody's not swamped. And Bob Camp doesn't have diarrhea, and it's just
I'm biting my lip right now. We love Bob Camp. Come on.
So do we. But
But that was your
Yeah,
Comic-Con
he was going to
experience with Bob. Really?
He was going to do an interview with us, but he kept having to run up to his room to have diarrhea, and then he told us his room didn't have any more teepee. And
You know what it was?
I thought that was where he was
Did he
allowed to
stop?
end the story. We're like, no, Bob, we're going to need to know what happened after you realized you were out of toilet paper because now you're back here and now we have questions.
I switched to the hand towels.
Yeah. Are your towels ruined? Did you have to get in the shower? Like, what happened, Bob?
It's a smaller show, but it seems like from talking to everybody,
it's more
that
fun.
it made good sales. So.
Well, so in Kasey, I mean, you were at Mount Clemens. Like, how is it relatively? Like, how is Toledo relative towards Mount Clemens? Like, is it bigger? Is it about the same size? Is it?
You know what? The venue really played a factor in it this time because when you have it at a venue like Gibraltar Trade Center, people are into the literature stuff, and I sell, right now a novel or a novella, so it's hard to gauge for me. But some people are into the prints, they're into this, but they're basically just into stuff, and that's fine. But Toledo is a whole different world, and Toledo, by demographic, is a book literature town.
Okay.
So if you're into comics,
people in Ohio read.
I guess so.
No.
All the stuff I've been hearing from like Michigan and Michigan State fans on Facebook this past week leads me to believe that they don't.
Nobody reads.
right. Yeah, but no, I sold out in Toledo, and that was my first show.
Like personally or professionally?
Where's the bell?
If I was a magic 8 ball, I'd say ask again later. But no, Toledo's a great time and a killer after party, I must say.
Wait, I have to say something. Jeremy London. You know Jeremy London?
Oh, that's right. I remember.
I got into a conversation with him.
Wait, from Mallrats or from Scream?
Yes.
Which one's Jeremy
And we were outside talking. and I thought I sounded crazy because I tell everyone I hate robots and that they were going to take over the world. And he goes, yeah, that's so true. He agreed with me, and he's like, maybe not our generation, but our kids' generation.
Are going to be owned by the robots.
It was an interesting conversation.
He's like a prophet.
Him and then the guys from The Walking Dead.
So yeah, you guys need to come out to.
No, but we're throwing the after party. I'm not
Toledo.
excited when I find out there is an after party.
Well, you know what?
It's a karaoke.
There's karaoke.
If there isn't,
it is.
We can play nice with others, Bob.
You're totally in charge, Bob.
Well, it's a contest between.
I remember
the battle, the throwdown. It was huge.
This is the last time we do it, guys.
You guys are going to do it this year?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Round 2.
I don't want to be involved.
Round.
I'll just be there as a spectator.
That got pretty intense. I kind of wanted to be a ring girl for that.
Yeah, it's a WWE style karaoke face off between some illustrators and writers. And my team is Eric Gutierrez, Chris Brown, who owns Comics and More in Madison Heights on John R.
Comics and More.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, and John Marroquin, who wears the luchador mask. And the other team is Tony Aiello and Dirk Manning and Dan Doherty.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, are they a bunch of a-holes.
So is what they do is they go head to head on a karaoke battle. I'm not quite sure if Kasey won last year.
And we physically attack each other too. It's WWE style. And Hawk,
you guys would like it.
Who is the professional
AT Hawk?
Yes, he is. He's the referee, and that's how I met him.
Okay, now we have to go.
Okay.
And
we have to talk with him about this next week.
I waved him the last show. I'm like, Hawk, he knew me from the karaoke contest.
People were dressed up in uniform.
Now we have to go.
Oh, yeah.
Please
April
come.
16th?
April 16th and 17th in Toledo.
And I was so drunk.
Nuri's coming. And you guys are coming too.
I was thrown in at one point. Chris Brown was mad about that.
I think we can borrow belts.
Chris Brown hitting women, nothing new, right? I'm just saying.
Yeah, right?
No, but this time there's some added contestants.
What happens if you just say five?
Really?
We might.
A whole other team?
I think we should get our hands on a belt.
What kind of
I'm wearing one.
No, like from XICW.
Oh.
Brown leather.
We need to make
JCPenney, $3.99.
round 1, round 2 cards.
Could do it. So then on top of that, what else do we got? Motor City Comic Con 2016. Are you guys are going to be there? Of course.
We always go to that.
So that was so Fantasticon for from my perspective. That was like our dip our toe in the water
for Motor City.
Get a booth. be a sponsor. Let's see what happens, how that
That was a good
goes.
show to start with, then.
Because like baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps.
And we got a lot of compliments on the booth. We got a lot of compliments on what we had rocking and rolling. So I'm pretty sure we're going to go play it in Motor City a lot harder this year.
All be at Motor City Comic Con
I had no idea
2016.
we were rocking and rolling. That's pretty cool.
Fuck
Find
yes.
that out.
Oh, pardon
So
my
the
French.
wheels
There you
fell
go.
off.
Yeah.
Motor City had a good
I'm so
karaoke
stabbing in
going
the
on.
kidney as soon as these mics turn off.
And then donating to a foundation to
Yeah,
help
exactly.
fix
I'll
his
donate it.
first.
Right.
Yeah, Motor City me and Dirk Manning did Paradise on the
they
Dashboard
did.
Light.
Oh God, they did that longest song ever. But you know what? The best
I remember
memory
that.
I have
I didn't know you
from
didn't like it.
I did Welcome to the Jungle.
Oh yeah, that was wicked.
But the best was Dave when I walked out onto the patio at the party at Motor City Comic Con 2015, and Dave doing the Humpty Hump to karaoke was one of the greatest moments of my
Problem
life.
is,
I
he does it
screamed so
everywhere.
loud.
Every song, that's it. That's the one.
That's the one song he does?
Yes.
I had never
No, I
witnessed
have other
it before,
songs.
and I
It's messed up
walked
whether or not
out.
they have them.
My
Have other
jaw
songs.
hit
Did you
the
really get busy in a Burger
floor.
King bathroom?
I once did.
Did you get heartburn like I do from Burger King outside?
Just ask for no onions. All right, well, so let's wrap this up.
Was
so,
it a chick?
Yes. All right, so Kasey, everything is out at Cosmic Kasey, both with K's. Hollie, you've got stuff in progress at Hollie, HOLLIE, Ogden.com.
Yes.
And it's Hollie012 on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay. And Twitter. And don't forget the
Thank
Twitters.
you.
Stop
Instagram.
Stop Twittering yourself. And then
Tumblr.
Kelly, where do we find you?
You can
I mean,
find me
I know how to find you.
Find me on Facebook, Kelly O'Hara. You can look me up, Bebop Art. I'm on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. BebopArt.webs.com. You guys need to help me out with the website, whatever.
No
Love you
shit.
people.
We only said that for
Yes,
2 years.
Please
Like when
help
we
me.
interviewed you 2 years ago at Comic-Con, we said that.
Please help me out with the website. I'm illiterate. Thank you. All right. Love
Pretty
you
sure we
guys.
can make that happen.
Kisses. Peace.
All right, and don't forget, so what is it, nkom.org for the Kidney Foundation? Do you remember from the first segment?
Are you
phone
kidding
call?
me?
No? Okay, so we'll have the link in the recap tomorrow.
Kidneys.
And then our event, December 10th at Falling Down Beer Company. Thanks for hanging out through the infamous segment 5, and we'll get ourselves out of here. Yeah, that's about
Thanks,
it.
Rob.
Anything else?
Thank you for
Drink your
having
drinks.
us.
Thanks for having us.
No.
you guys.
Thank you. How about you drink up your drinks, get your phone numbers. You don't have to leave, but you got to get the hell out of here. On behalf of Bob, Dave, and Nuri, this is the IT and the D Show, and we'll see you next week. Beat it.
Say it.
The emergency destruct system is now activated.
Conan, what is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
Long live Flash! You've saved your Earth. Have a nice day.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name? Murphy. Make the run. The run.
Game over, man. It's game over.
It's over, Johnny. It's over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.
I can't say no, and I don't really want to, so.
Well, especially with the back doors open.
Yo! Hold up! Time out! Time out! Y'all take a chill. You need to cool that shit out. And that's the double truth. Rude.
Bob loves it in the can.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
That's why I like it in the can.
Joe, own the truth.
Bear me.
My job is to make sure this program is morally upright and cultural and wholesome.
Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy! Shut up, Mimsy!
Why would, Buick put their cars next to, the Bentleys? Why? That's not marketing.
The alphabet.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, I can't take that position.
That analogy sucks because it's right. Because you're getting your 8-track tuned up. Are we at a break yet? Yeah, so now I'm just doing stupid stuff to make me laugh.
venture capital is not the end game.
When are we going to talk about me?
Jane, you ignorant slut. It's my show. I can say what I want.
Kiss my ass, go home, unplug, get off the goddamn internet. You are everything that is wrong with the internet right now.
You're so white right now.
I'm the whitest guy in the room. Just explain it to me.
Show
I love this city. I was banging on the wang.
Really? Should we talk about this? Tag team it. Should I keep going or should I stop?
Can I just say, it's been great being on a show that talks about Mickey Rooney dying for 20 seconds and then poop for 10 minutes.
This is a previously recorded episode of the IT and the D Show.